like the impression of the Jehovah's Witnesses, who say that our members cannot enter the military because you will be put in a position wherein you will be compelled to
kill. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat, Sir JR po ng Usap-Usap University, and once again, nagbabalik na naman po tayo. At kung ikaw po ay baguhan, ikaw ay newcomer po sa atin pong channel, welcome po, tuloy po kayo. Ang atin pong ginagawa sa U3, tayo po ay nakikinig ng mga religious discussions, mga debate, mga preaching, and for this particular episode, ito po ay isang video request. Kung maalala nyo po, the last time we talked about Araw ng Kagitingan, yung pagiging sundalo ni Kristo, yun po yung ating previous na reaction video. So may mga nag-send po sa atin patungkol po sa pagiging sundalo. So, actual na trabaho, isang professional na, well, worst comes to worst, kailangang kumitil ng buhay ng ibang tao kung kinakailangan. Very tough na profession, pero ang tanong, pwede ba ng isang Kristiyano ay magiging sundalo? Kasi alam po natin, sa iba pong mga reliyon, bawal po katulad po ng JW, Jehovah's Witnesses, bawal po yata according sa kanilang paniniwala na magsilbi bilang isang sundalo. So, yun po ating tatalakayin ngayon mga ka-U3. At sa konting background po, ako po ay dating university debater mula po sa MSU IIT. Ako rin po ay nagdebate sa ABS-CBN News Channel at ako ay member ng isang international public speaking organization, ang Toastmasters International. So ano pang hinihintay natin mga ka-youth? Samahan niyo po ako. Let's watch this video for the first time. Let's go.
Unang-una, yung mga sundalo, nung araw pa may sundalo na eh. Hindi naman sinabi ng Biblia na tumigil ka sa pagkasundalo mo. Ganito ang sabi sa Lucas 3:14.
At tinanong naman siya ng mga kawal na nangagsasabi, "At kami, anong dapat naming gawin?" At sa kanila'y sinabi niya, "Huwag kayong kumuhang may karahasan sa kanino man, ni mangagparatang, at magagkasiya kayo sa bayad sa inyo."
Ng aral na sinabi ni Juan, sabi ng mga sundalo, mga kawal, kami anong dapat naming gawin? Sinabi niya sa kanila, huwag kayong kumuhang may karahasan sa kanino man, ni mangagparatang, at mangagkasya kayo sa bayad sa inyo. So hindi niya ipinagbawal magsundalo. Sinabi niya, magkasya kayo sa bayad sa inyo. Di ba? Ang sabi ng banal na kasulatan sa mga sundalo, huwag kayong mandadahas, huwag kang magiging malupit, huwag kang kukuha ng sa kalupitan ng pag-aari ng kahit na sino. Magkasya kayo sa inyong sweldo. Sa Ingles, ang nakalagay dyan, sweldo eh. And be content with your wages. The soldiers likewise demanded of him, saying, "And what shall we do?" And he said unto them, "Do violence to no man, neither accuse any falsely, and be content with your wages." Sa Kastila, salaryo yan. Pakibasa mo kapatid na Daniel.
También algunos soldados le preguntaban, diciendo, "¿Y nosotros qué haremos?" Y él les dijo, "A nadie extorsionéis, ni a nadie acuséis falsamente, y contentaos con vuestro salario."
Hindi sila pinatigil maging sundalo. Pinagbawalan silang magkaroon ng mag-extortion o kaya mag-akusa ng masama sa kapwa, at maging kontento kayo sa inyong salary o sa inyong salaryo. So hindi bawal magsundalo. Ngayon, ang tanong mo kapatid, nagkakasala ka ba pagka pumatay ka o nakapatay ka? Huwag kang papatay. Yun ang bawal eh. Huwag kang papatay.
Very interesting ito dahil, ay nako, ang daming nuances ng issue na ito. Sa pagiging sundalo, alam po natin na hindi madaling trabaho, kinakailangan nilang stop yung kunwari, ang mga terorista, mga rebelde, yun po yung mga kaaway nila. While ideally, it is easy to say na don't kill, pero siguro most likely the intention here is a big thing, na wala ka namang intention na patayin pero napatay mo, or kumbaga self-defense, for example, you have to defend yourself, then it's okay. I think that would be the line of argumentation here. Pero concerned po ako mga ka-youth, papaano po, example, sa kanilang CO, sa kanilang commanding officer, would tell them to do something that is really straight up killing a particular group. Or, for example, do torture. Kinakailangan nilang ipa-confess yung isang nahuli nila, for example, na rebelde. rebelde and ang napag-utusan ay isang Kristiyanong sundalo, paano po kaya yon? Would it warrant na okay lang na mag-refuse yung isang sundalo sa kanyang CO, sa utos ng kanyang CO na hindi niya gagawin because of his religious belief? Ano po kaya ang mangyayari dito? Kasi kung hindi po susunod ang isang sundalo, duty bound po sila na sumunod sa sinasabi ng kanilang CEO at pwede po sila mapatalsik sa kanilang serbisyo. Ano po? Marami pong layers ito and I know for a fact na may mga nangyayari pong ganito dahil may mga kakilala po ako mga sundalo at yun po ang kanilang isa sa mga kwento. Ano po? So, tingnan natin kung gaano kalalim yung magiging discussion dito ni Brother Eli sa ganung mga nuances ng pagiging sundalo.
Huwag kang papatay, sabi. Iba naman yung pumapatay kesa sa nakapatay. Halimbawa, isa kang driver, nagmamaneho ka, hindi ka naman pumapatay, biglang may tumawid na matandang bingi, ay napatay mo, nasagasaan mo, hindi ka naman pumatay no, nakapatay ka, hindi mo sinasadya. Ganon din ang sundalo. Bawal pumatay, pero pagka ikaw papatay na limbawa, nagtanggol ka sa sarili mo, nakapatay ka, nilusob ka, limbawa, nagtanggol ka, self-defense, hindi naman pagpatay yun pagtatanggol yun sa sarili. Para lang yun yung isang parang ahas, ano? Pagkaakala nung ahas papatayin mo siya, magtatanggol siya, no? Tatayo yung ulo niya, kakagating ka niya, bibigyan ka niya ng lason para ikaw ang mamatay. O nagkakasala ba yung ahas? Hindi naman, kasi ano niya yun self-defense ng ahas yun Para rin yun yung dalag, no? Pag hinipo mo yung dalag, madulas siya, kakawag siya, makakawala siya. Self-defense niya yung kanyang dulas madulas siya Ang tao ganun din. Ang self-defense mo, ingatan mo yung sarili mo laban sa aggressor. Kung ba, nakapatay ka dahil sa self-defense, hindi kasalanan. Ngayon, kung halimbawa, inutusan kayong lumusob, merong masasamang loob ng hostage, inutusan kayong lumusob, ikaw ngayon yung sharpshooter, ipapapatay sa'yo yun. Ano? Ikaw ba papatay doon? Ang papatay doon yung batas. Gagawin ka lang kasangkapan ng batas. Hindi ba meron pinapatay sa silya elektrika? Sino ba pumapatay? Yung nagsuswitch? Hindi. Batas ang pumapatay doon. So, hindi ikaw ang mananagot doon. Kasi iniuutos ng batas na patayin yung mga taong mapanganib sa lipunan. Di ba? Miski sa panahon ni Moises, ipinapabato sila hanggang mamatay.
Okay, before we continue, I think we get now the point of Brother Eli. So sinasabi niya na you are just used as an instrument of the government in carrying out what it needs to survive. So sinasabi dito na hindi naman mali ang pagpuksa, ang pagpatay. So ito nga, kinakasangkapan do kasi ng batas. So ibig sabihin dito, kinakailangan nating intindihin ang pangailangan ng batas din natin o pangailangan o priority ng ating estado na you are just a tool and the government's concern or the state's concern, dapat mas mataas yun. That's why, okay lang na may papatayin. So, yun po ang nakikita ko na argumentation dito ni Brother Eli.
Yung bumato, sila ba ang pumatay? Hindi. Yung batas ang nag-utos na yung mga masasamang tao batuhin hanggang sa mamatay. Hebreo 10:28.
Ang magpawalang halaga sa kautusan ni Moises sa patutuo ng 2 o 3 saksi ay mamamatay na walang awa.
Babatuhin sila pagka sila'y lumabag sa kautusan ni Moises. Yung mga babato sa kanila, yung mga Israelita, hindi naman inaatangan ng Diyos ng pagpatayon. Bakit? Kasi ang nag-uutos na patayin yung masama, yung batas. Kaya hindi ikaw ang concerned doon. Accessory ka lang. Ngayon, para wala kang cargo di konsensya, kapatid, ang turo ko dun sa mga kapatid naming sundalo, sila kapatid na Rick Iresi, sundalo yan dati, pulis yan Ang turo ko sa kanya, tanong niya sa akin, paano yung Bradley kung halimbawa, merong kaming misyon, kailangan hulihin namin yung gano'n, yung magnanakaw, kailangan ayaw sumuko, kailangan gamitan ng baril. Ang sabi ko, huwag mong pabarilin sa puso, huwag mong babarilin sa ulo, barilin mo lang sa kamay para mahuli mo ka ako, o kaya sa paa para wag makatakbo. Kaya kailangan sharpshooter ka. Dahil ayaw mo naman siyang patayin, gusto mo lang siyang hulihin Ang sabi ko kay kapatid na Kandong, huwag kang papatay, iwasan mo yung makapatay ka ng tao. Kung kailangan mong manghuli, gawin mo sa paraang hindi ka papatay. Pero kung halimbawa, nakapatay ka dahil sa self-defense, hindi mo nakasalanan yun sa Diyos.
So mga ka-youth, hindi ko po nasabi sa inyo early on. So this is actually a combination of 3 videos po patungkol nga po sa issue na ito. So that was the first one. And meron tayong isa pang Filipino naman, no? Filipino language na video. And then the third one will be in English. So same pa rin po. Sa ideya pa rin po na maliligtas ba ang isang sundalo kapag nakapatay po ng tao. But before that mga ka-youth, alala ko lang yung sinabi po kanina, yung patungkol po sa batas ni Moises, yung 2 to 3 na saksi na kung saan sila mag-testify in a particular falsehood na sinasabi ng isang tao. So I remember very well mga ka-U3, itong argumento nito ang ginagamit actually ng mga CFD in saying na pag maraming referensya akong nagagamit in asserting something, that it becomes strong. So I remember that po sa iba po mga religious debates po natin mga ka-U3.
Dalawang sitwasyon ng tao nakakapatay. Meron talagang pumapatay. Mga taong mamamatay tao, walang kaligtasan yun. Pero kung halimbawa, sundalo ka, on line of duty, merong magnanakaw, inuhuli mo, babarilin ka, nagtanggol ka sa sarili mo. Ibig sabihin self-defense, napatay mo ngayon yung magnanakaw, hindi naman mabigat na kasalanan yun Yung kanyang pagtupad sa kanyang katungkulan bilang pulis, na huhulihin mo yung magnanakaw, kaya yung hold-upper, on line of duty, nakapatay ka dahil ikaw ang papatayin pinagtanggol mo yung sarili mo, papatak yun sa self-defense. Miski nga sa batas ng tao, pinapatawad yun Ganon din naman sa Diyos. Ang tao may karapatang ipagtanggol ang kanyang sarili. Halimbawa, papatayin ka, nagtanggol ka, naunahan mo siya, hindi naman mabigat na kasalanan yun, kapatid. Halimbawa, ikaw kahit hindi ka pulis, pinasok yung bahay mo, lolooban kayo, papatayin ka, naunahan mo, ibig ba sabihin mo, kasalanan mo, hindi mo namang gustong pumatay nagtanggol ka lang sa iyong sarili o kaya sa iyong mahal sa buhay, hindi naman yun binibilang na mortal na kasalanan, kapatid. Basta't hindi mo sinasadya, hindi mo iniintensyon.
So mga ka-youth, ang next na naman po dito, ito na nga po ang atin po English na naman na discussion patungkol pa rin same on the idea of being a soldier and being a Christian. Kung meron bang inconsistency, kung meron bang problema dahil nga po na-mention na rin po natin na sa iba pong mga reliyon, hindi po actually pwede. Hindi nila inaalaw yung kanilang mga miyembro na sumali nga sa ating hukbong sandatahan at iba pang division ng ating armed forces. So JW is one, pero ang sinasabi nga po ni Brother Eli dito na sa kanila pong samahan sa MCGI, and at least what the Bible is saying na hindi po okay lang po yun. Basta ang importante ay yung intention.
If drinking is prohibited in the Bible, it's just logical for your members not to sell alcohol. Is that right? Didn't it also say in the Bible, "Thou shalt not kill or murder someone"? So isn't it also logical for the church to prohibit your members from joining the military, in which if you're in the military, you'll be placed or put in a position where you have to kill someone?
You see, I have known in medical science, especially in optometry, there are people who are short-sighted and there are people who are far-sighted.
Myopia.
See?
Yes.
Myopia.
There are also questions which are far-sighted. There are also questions which are short-sighted.
Nearsighted.
But there is no problem about the question, whether it is short-sighted or long-sighted. What counts best is the answer. The answer must not be short-sighted or
Far-sighted.
far-sighted. It must be sighted everywhere, Brother Joseph. Even considering the surrounding circumstances. That is what I mean. What I mean is, it doesn't mean that if you enter the military is an organization of death. No. Brother, I am sorry. You have a wrong impression of the military. The military is an organization of any nation, democratic or monarchical, as protector of lives of the people. Not only of lives, but also properties. That
Territory.
is the main purpose of the military. Under that concept, am I going to prohibit our members to enter the military? The military is a symbol of protection for life and property, freedom, peace, and human rights. That is the symbol of the military. I do not know if you have gotten a wrong impression of the military, that it is an organization of killers and murderers. I'm sorry if that is your impression of the military. Like the impression of the Jehovah's Witnesses, who say that our members cannot enter the military because you will be put in a position wherein you will be compelled to kill. No, that is stupid. That is short-sightedness, Brother Joseph.
Okay, before we continue, so it would indeed make sense that we need, all modern nations need armed forces. It's the reality. Kinakailangan po ng taga-protekta ng kanilang mga teritoryo, ng kanilang mga property, ng kinakailangan natin ng police force. So just imagine what kind of society it will be if lahat is the same ng paniniwala ng Jehovah's Witnesses, na kung saan walang magiging sundalo, walang magiging protektor. I do get the logic here.
Why, Brother Eli?
Do you know there are people who are short-sighted, really?
Yes.
Let us read it from the Bible. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 8.
For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. But
9.
he that lacketh these things is blind, and cannot see afar off.
Short-sighted. He that lacketh wisdom is blind, cannot see afar off. You see? There are those people whose sight is short-sighted, very short-sighted. They see the military only to kill. No, that's wrong. The opposite is the truth. Military, provided for by decent constitutions of any country in the world, are protectors of lives and properties and rights. Now, if you have to kill to protect another one's life, that cannot be a crime. Do you get my point, Brother Joseph?
Yes, I do, Brother Eli.
For example, there are 10 rebels coming to our country, or coming to our barrio, or to our municipality. There are 10 rebels with high-powered firearms. And I'm a member of the military in charge of protecting a community of 100,000 people. Am I going to allow them to shoot there? Or to run amok there? It's better for me to kill them, to save the 100,000 people. It's better for me to kill these 10. See? Am I a criminal on my line of duty? No. A military or a policeman are caretakers of lives and properties. You see that? Anybody, any creature living on earth has the right to defend itself. You see, self-defense is an inborn right of any living organism. The idea came from God. Why does a serpent or a snake, why does it have that defense mechanism, the venom? It is its defense mechanism. It is its defense for its life to continue. The venomous bite of a serpent makes the intruders fear the serpent. A man has also the right to live and to defend his life. How is that? We are gifted by the intelligence, by God with the intelligence. Although our hands cannot kill, but our hands can make arms, gadgets to protect ourselves. You see that? The purpose of the military is to protect lives and properties, rights, freedom, and peace. Based on that, you cannot accuse the military for being criminals. In fact, the Bible does not prohibit you to become a soldier. Let us read. 3:14 of the book of Luke says,
And the soldiers likewise demanded of him, saying, And what shall we do? And he said unto them, Do violence to no man, neither accuse any falsely, and be content with your wages.
what is the main teaching?
Okay, before we continue mga ka-Youthino, ang sasabihin ko po ay hindi po in line dito so far sa topic. Pero gusto ko lang po i-point out dahil napakarami po akong nakikita, lalo na sa pag-pronounce po natin. So ikaw pala ay content creator. Mali. So actually po, sa ating pong tamang pong pronunciation po talaga niyan, pag sinabi mong content, you're using the adjective form. Ibig sabihin nun satisfied at saka okay ka na, kontento ka na. Yun po yung ibig sabihin ng content. Pero pag sinasabi po natin yung noun form, yung video content po yun. Hindi content, but content.
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 So gusto ko lang pong sabihin dahil ang dami po pa rin nagkakamali. Even sa mga media personalities, they're saying, ikaw pala ay isang content creator. Not exactly. If you're talking about him making or creating video content, so it should be a content creator, hindi content creator.
For soldiers, do violence to no man. You see that, brother? The real military or the real peacekeeping body in any land is being advised by the Bible not to do violence to no man. So you must not kill. You must not provoke violence. You must not kill. But if there are killers around, it is not your intention to kill them. Your intention is to protect the society that they might harm. Now, let me put it this way, brother, so that you can understand it more fully. In the Philippine scenario, I will go to the Philippines. The Philippine scenario is this. There are killers, murderers, robbers, extortioners, snatchers, etc. We have our policemen, our military members of the church. So many of them. I'm instructing our members to practice shooting. Practice shooting. Be sharpshooters, I told them. Why, Brother Eli? Be sharpshooters. You need to be a sharpshooter. Why? So that you may not kill people. Why do you have to be a sharpshooter so that you will not kill people? Remember that the military's noble purpose is to protect lives and properties, to defend the helpless and the unarmed civilians. Now, if there are intruders that may harm the innocent and the civilians, it is your duty to defend them. How do you defend them? Not by killing the criminals, but by apprehending the criminal, but by catching them and putting them in the arms of the law. How do you do that? Be sharpshooters. For example, if you have one criminal which have snatched a woman and making the woman as the hostage so that he cannot be apprehended, captured. If you are a sharpshooter, begin to target his arms or his hand so that he cannot anymore hold the gun or the weapon. If you are a sharpshooter, there was a robber that is running with his loot, or a snatcher. If you're a sharpshooter, shoot him
Legs.
on the foot or the feet. Shoot him. If you're a sharpshooter, do not shoot him on the head. Do not shoot in the heart, the area of the chest. Shoot the foot or in the hands. If you are a sharpshooter, you can catch a criminal. You can capture a criminal without killing him. So I am requiring all our military officers in the Church of God to be sharpshooters, to prevent them from killing a criminal, because it is not the real intention of the military to kill, but to defend life. And that is a noble purpose. Now, what do you have to say, brother?
Yes, Philip, what do you have to say about that?
Brother Ali is absolutely correct with that. Thank you.
Okay, mga ka-youthie. So, dyan naman po nagtatapos ang ating episode ngayon. Bitin ba? But anyway, mga ka-youthie, so yun nga po. These are selections that our staff chose dahil po ito po in line, no? For this month is the Day of Valor, araw ng kagitingan, ilang araw lang po nakakaraan. So, ito po, patungkol po sa pagiging sundalo ni Kristo. That was our last video reaction. Ito naman, yung talagang pagiging isang professional na sundalo, mga ka-youthie. Kung nakakagawa pa ng kasalanan, ito ba ay mortal sin? So, I think based on what Brother Eli has said in those 3 videos po in this particular set, mga ka-youth3, so the main point here is about the intention. It's your heart. Ano yung intent po? Kung intention mo talagang pumatay, di syempre yan. Yun yung mortal talaga na kasalanan. Isang malaking kasalanan po yan sa Diyos. Pero kung ginawa mo naman ito out of self-defense, or ginawa mo ito ng without any intention, you're just there to neutralize the enemy. Kung ikaw ay isang professional soldier, policeman, so kinakailangan mong maging sharpshooter kung ayaw mo talaga magkaroon ng cargo sa iyong konsyensya. Yun ang sinasabi ni Brother Eli. It is true na for professionals, they have quote-unquote the license to kill. So ano po masasabi niyo sa episode na ito? Sana po ay naliwanagan po tayo, mga ka-youthie. Kung ikaw po ay member ng Jehovah's Witnesses, maybe you can tell us more why kinakailangan na isang Kristiyano ay hindi maging member ng ating armed forces, hindi maging sundalo. Ano pong masasabi niyo rito? And as always, mga ka-youthie, if you like our episode today, nagustuhan niyo yung ating video reaction, please click subscribe. Please share niyo rin po itong link na ito sa mga kaibigan niyo sa Messenger, sa Facebook, sa TikTok, at iba pa. And kung ayaw mo naman sa video na ito, meron tayong video dyan, meron pa tayong video dyan. Mga ka-youth3, please click thumbs up dahil kapag kiniklik nyo po yan, para yung sinasabi sa YouTube na i-recommenda pa yung videos natin sa iba pang mga nanonood po sa YouTube. Until next time, guys, maraming salamat po. Peace. Bye-bye.